Okay, as we get started here, I apologize. I'm not a tech guru. Don't have any fancy PowerPoints for you, and obviously with recording this before, makes things a little more difficult. So I'll do my best to try and explain this session throughout the duration of this video here. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is wrs8@calvin.edu. I want to be as helpful as I possibly can. So with that, we'll get started with this session here. Really emphasis possession transition. One of the great things about training possession is that you can certainly work the offensive end, but then equally you're able to coach the defensive end. Really probably unfair to players, but maybe that's one of the benefits of being a coach. So as you'll see here, I've got our group split into 4 different groups. Usually about 5 players is what we like to try and do. We got like a 12 by 12 grid here, maybe a 10 by 10 grid if you're working with a more advanced group of players. And what we're going to do to start is really just look to get guys some touches. Really before we get into any possession, really just want guys working on 1 and 2 touch. They're just passing within their own grid, within their own group. So we'll encourage maybe 2 touch to start. Then we'll work to 1 touch. We've done it before where we alternate 2 touch, then 1 touch. So emphasis obviously on a firm 1 touch, possession with the second touch, and then really emphasizing communication. We want guys moving around here in the grid, as you can see. If I'm the one moving the most in the demo, that's probably a problem. And so really in this drill, if we can't go 5v0, it's going to be really tough to transition against any numbers. And so encourage your players taking good touches into space, playing firm balls, using names, things like that, but really just a space where they can work on that. As we progress, and you'll see it in this demo as well, we'll have guys taking a touch away from pressure. In addition, we'll also have guys maybe after they make a pass running at an individual player to take that touch away from pressure. One final thing that you'll see here, usually after each iteration of the possession, what I'll do is have 1 or 2 guys juggling, as you can see, while other guys are continuing their dynamic warm-up.
Play firmer passes than what I've seen from but she's not at your level. Or at least I hope not for your sake. Okay? So now when we're back in it, here's what I want. I want 2 touch on everything. So when that ball comes to me, yeah, here you go. I'm taking a good touch. Yeah, Jake. And I'm playing him in. Okay? I'm not trying to embarrass him, but I'll raise the level a little bit. And go! Jugglers, other guys are still just completing the warm-up. Right? We're just working our way into the session. Okay? Stretching, getting touches. Okay, next progression here. So name, sorry? Mateo? Yeah. Okay? So as Mateo plays that ball, don't quite yet. You're still on 2 touch. And your first touch is going to take you somewhere. Right? You're taking a touch past pressure. So where am I seeing the space? So as he brings the ball in, go ahead. Take that touch somewhere. And then you need a third, and then you find somebody. Yeah, Jake. Take it somewhere, right? We don't want it to die under our feet. So as it comes to me, Mateo, give it to me again.
As I had mentioned previously, here's that touch away from pressure. There's an example of an old, fat, broken down former goalkeeper taking it into space. So if I can do it, your player should be able to do it. Really just getting them moving forward with a touch, and you'll look to see here we start okay with it, but I really think this is a place where as you're really getting warm and getting moving, players should be taking their touch into space and then playing their next pass into a teammate.
And hold. Last progression here, so a little bit more difficult. Let's get ourselves down to one ball per grip. Make it a little simpler. Okay? So now, actually we'll do it this way. Ball here, Mateo. Okay, I'm going to take a touch pass pressure, but that's going to be dictated by the passer. Right? So, for example, I'll do it slow. I'm going to play Jake. I'm going to run at him a little bit. I'm not trying to break his legs. I'm just trying to create pressure for him to avoid. So I'll play and say, Jake, where's he going to take that touch? Yeah! Then he goes and finds it. Really important for two reasons. Defensively, we want to shape early. I didn't even say where I wanted him to go, and Jake went that way. Right? Two, offensively, as that ball comes, look up, and we want to see where the space is.
Okay, as I had mentioned previously, here's a space where we have guys running at players. You'll see me make a motion here to really bend a run. Maybe not useful in an actual match, but as we're playing players in and we want them to have that first touch into space, you'll see players moving somewhere. Should really be telling them where they want to go. You'll see in this first grid it's a little disjointed, but you see some good ones run in, should take the touch into space. Again, really just an extension of the dynamic, but want to get guys warm, men or women warm, excuse me, and just ready for the possession transition segment we're about to head into.
If you were playing for me, I wouldn't be very happy right now. So ball's here. If I'm playing Mateo, you guys are going like this. Woo! That's a nice ball, baby. No, you got work to do. So ball back. Okay, I still got it. I see that. Okay, I'm going to play him, and then I'm going to give him some pressure. Your job's not done. Every one of you probably thinks you're a 6. Get it in the hole. I'll just spray it. Oh, that looks good, yeah? No, you got a job to do. Get rid of it, and then shake. Let's try it again. And put. That's it, that's it. There you go. Give me the ball, give me the ball. Yeah, now give me the way to run. Yeah, big. Top. Okay, and hold. Alright, now here's what we're doing. We're going to assume this is north, this is south. Right? North, south, east. Thank you. North, east, south, west. So get the balls just along the outsides of your grid. Right? So maybe you have 2 or 3 here, 2 or 3 here, 2 or 3, right? So there should be balls all along the outside of the larger square. Okay? So we're going to go north and south to start. So you guys, you two take a knee. Okay? definitely your ball. Let's try it over here. You too. Get your ball. Mike losing. Here's what we're going to do. Ball's going to start on this side. For both groups. As far as the east is concerned, the west doesn't matter. And vice versa. This is a competition, and this is a competition. You see that? You got it. Pennies, non-pennies, pennies, non-pennies. You got it? So here's what we're going to do. Everybody hop in the grid. Okay? So now we move towards transition. First part was just to get you used to your face, get you touching, sweat a little bit. Now, we're in a 5v2 transfer box. Maybe a lot of you have done this before. So ball's going to come over here. Blue, you're going to flood 2 into defend. Or trickle, flood or trickle, whatever you want, okay? So you're going to come in and you're playing 5v2. You're trying to keep, let me see that right here. Here's the question I get all the time. What do we get? Or how do we get points? Or how many passes? Right? That's probably, well, coach, how many passes? This, in our program, is like gold. You want it. You want to keep it.
Okay, in this part of the possession transition segment, you'll see that we have a 5v2 scenario here in one grid. So you've got 4 total grids, and what we usually do is we actually do pennies in diagonals so that you could run the drill either north-south or east-west. You know, for sake of this drill, we'll say that it is running north and south if we were to say the goals were directionally north and south. Pretty simple 5v2 drill here. Really what you'll do, instead of having a neutral zone where guys are kind of chilling out like an over the river, what we have here is a transition point where you send 2 that are defending into the zone. The goal is for them to win it back into their half of this possession grid and rejoin their teammates in possession. One of the reasons that I really love this drill versus maybe having a neutral zone, although you know we will transition to that as well, is because you have to, after winning it, transition into having the ball instead of just being still. So what we do here is we do a 5v2. A lot of times I'll get asked the question, well, you know, how many passes for a point? And at the beginning of this sound clip, you saw me holding up the ball. You know, we talk about it, Calvin, the goal being having the ball, right? The ball is like gold. And so number of passes are great, but you need it to score. So you'll see here 2 blues defending. If they can win it back, then they're able to go, right? They should play across, and now blue will be 5v2 with shirts defending. One additional caveat that we have is if those 2 defenders are able to win the ball out of bounds, we reward it, or we reward that defensive effort by sending 2 new defenders in, right? You'll see 2 blue transition out here and 2 new blue transition in here. We want to reward the defending, but we're not going to give them the ball. They've got to win it back to their group in order to maintain possession.
Yeah, play Jake, play Jake. Split! Hey, there! Back, back.
Not bad. Right, maybe some of you have seen this before, maybe you haven't. Here's what I love about this drill from a coach's perspective. It's really unfair. If defending is going really well, what can I coach? Because possession, right? And then we can't keep it. If possession is just pinging it and defending can't win it back, then I can get mad at defending. It's really not fair to players, right? Now, one of the things, we are so frenetic when we're on the ball. If we got part of transition is picking your moments, right? Is it just, I don't, it's not a hot potato. I want guys who want it and can quickly make the right decision to find an opening. So if I win it over here for blue, what's a better pass? Assuming we're on the same team. This one, or taking an extra half a second, opening, and playing it in there. Yeah, breathe a little bit. Okay? Other thing defensively, question. Where are you going to want to try and provide pressure? Sure? But think about where, in your square. Where do you want to put pressure? Corners, that's not bad. Where else? Hang on. Your teammates. So if I'm defending here, this isn't bad, but the best that I do is selfish. I knock it off my leg, and then I'm done defending. What if instead we started to shape? We talked about this in the pre. Okay? Shape the ball. There. Right there. Okay, good. Now we keep rotating, and now we're in a space. Here's the corner and the defensive.
One of the coaching points that we'll make in this is where can we press the ball, right? You see a ball, I'm kind of trying to say like it pops off my shin there. But in this drill in particular, we want to press towards the transition line, right? If you're pressing in a back corner, really the best you can hope for as a defender is that it knocks off you and then you don't have to defend anymore. Realistically, if we can shape to move things toward the possession line, then anything knocked off of our shins, any half touch, any half thing goes into our possession grid. Very obvious, in a 12 by 12 grid kind of a possession drill, but I think something that can work towards 11s. Where can we press? Where are moments we want to win it back? Where can we dictate the other team's possession such that when we win it, then we can move into really a great transition or great possession opportunity for ourselves as well.
Not too long. We'll go 2 minutes and then we'll move on. And play.
Yes, Sam. That play to God.
Come on, Young. Well done, Blue.
Who's going to build the gap? Yes, sir. Back.
Okay, 2 new. We'll keep it here. You're up. 2 new. Now wait. Come on.
What is that?
Yes, I will. Yeah. Well done. All right, back here. You pick it off, Blue. It's fine.
Take off. Hand back.
10 seconds. Move off. Yeah.
Don't die. Yep.
I'll give you one positive and one area we can grow. Positive is, you've never done this drill with me. So you feel like you're running around with your chicken with your head cut off. I can't control effort and I can't control attitude. That's your job. Well done. Okay? In an area that we can grow. Everybody watches Man City or Barcelona back in the day, and they want to, one token, tiki-taka, all that stuff. If we can't play 5v2, we don't have a chance 11-11, right? Still frenetic. Can we get composed enough to keep it? All right? Grab a quick drink, and then you're back on your pennies on for now. Thank you so much. Okay? Now, on that side of the cone line. And then drop right in front of the for the moment. So now, what we're going to do, you've all done this. It's like an over the river possession game. And we'll transition. So let's see. Your name? Lazaro? Josiah, take it easy. Okay, your ball, barely. Your guess is still slow. So yellow will start with it, we'll walk through it. Okay? Excellent. You have from the cones to the white to the 18. Okay? So in theory, I'm pinging one. I'll touch. All useful, okay? You will send 3 across the defense. Correct. Over the rim. Hold up. So don't possess. Now, what you're going to do is once you get to 6 passes, it's a point. You're on 5, here you go. 6, that's a point. Once you're on 6, you can find somebody. But we want it to be purposeful, right? It's not this. Ball here again. 6. That's not the answer, right? I would rather you get 8 and then play a useful pass across. You 3 can defend the zone. You know what I'm saying, Jay? So if I'm trying to play here, you can take it off. You can play it across, and then yellow's defending. Make sense? So if yellow didn't take 6 passes, they play the blue. You 3 are now defending. You 3 have the neutral zone. Make sense? If you win it and you play blue, you slide back in and chill, and then you are chasing. We'll go through some coaching points as we go, but that's the general gist. 6 passes and 1 over. We'll talk through the transition points as we go.
Okay, next we're going to transition into another transition kind of drill grid here. It's kind of the over the river that so many of you have seen. The way that we will play things, again, you'll see 3 distinct grids here. You've got a 6v2 in this space, excuse me, a 6v3 in this space, and credit this group of guys here, right? They're already trying to force back to the line, trying to note that they can win it back to their group. I'm stopping it here because we aren't communicating, right? You see some guys stepping, some not. Being a group of 3 in this case and forcing to a corner is more important than really just running around trying to create chaos. There's value in that at times, but really we want to be working together. The way that we'll score things here is that 6 passes, 8 passes, 10 passes, whatever you feel your group can accomplish, will be a point. In addition, we will reward a point that goes over the neutral zone. You can see a central neutral zone there. If you're able to connect 6 passes in a row, that gets you 1 point. A ball into, over the neutral zone and into the other team will merit a 2nd point. The other caveat that we will add to that is if you get 6 passes, that is what releases a ball into the other team's zone. So you can't at 4 passes just send it over because that's on. So we really want to emphasize, yes, keeping it, and then also playing it into space at the right time. The other thing we would say is, let's say you get 6 passes in a row, and then the defensive team gets a touch. Again, you have to get 6 passes to unlock the through ball, but you don't get an additional point for it. So if that makes sense, you can get up to 2 points in a single possession.
Balls out! 3-2! Play from there, play from there! Just listen to my voice. If it kind of lightly knocks this and you're in, I'll let you play. If you blast the ball across and you go, to the next county, I'm going to call that one out. 90% of the new balls will start from, but if it's close, I might say play from there. Otherwise, I'm playing a new ball. Okay? Now again, 6 passes get you a point. So right there, you would have gotten 1 point. Here's the deal. You can't get more than 2 points in a possession. So if you're on color yellow and we're on 6, and you steal it, but before you give it up, you steal it back, what do we have to do to get over? Get another 6. All that 6 does is unlock the 2nd point. We don't get a 2nd point for 6 passes. Does that make sense? Right? So there's discipline to keep it. Turn it over, great time to win it back. Right? We're still attacking. If I lose it, this is a great moment to go get it. 2 Now they're going on against you. Can you win it back right away? Here's what we'll do. You guys kicked it out a couple of times. I'm going blue ball, yellow defending, yellow's up 1-0, play to 4. Play. knowing where you are and what you're trying to do. Okay? What I'm about to say isn't going to help you transition like Mo Salah.
Okay, one additional adjustment that we will make in this transition, we'll keep the rules the same, 6, 8, 10, whatever your group needs passes to get that first point. But then what we'll do in order to get that second point is that you will actually need to call someone out into that deep space. Right, so if this yellow team is looking to play to what is the non-penny team, they would need to call out one of their teammates' names. So again, when we're transitioning, it's not just that we're hitting into a blind space, it's that we're actually trying to play into space where one of our teammates is. We're trying to play where someone is. So in order to get that second point, they may need to call out a teammate's name and then deliver that ball. Additionally, the blue team here will add another kind of caveat that if they win it, instead of just knocking it over to the other side or kicking it far, we actually really want to emphasize that they have to play into their team in that neutral zone. So it's not then just about winning it or disrupting possession. It actually becomes about transition. So we want those players to win it and then play into their group in the neutral zone. There we go, pretty good driven ball by myself, every once in a blue moon. But we want specificity in that, in transition for either team, right? If yellow connects the passes, we want them playing into someone specific. If blue wins the ball, we want them playing into their group to then transition to the other side. If they don't do that, possession then would stay with the yellow group.
You got to put a name on it to get your point. This is where we want to be intentional with it. It's not just, say 6, send it over. It might be 8, it might be 10. Can we find a name? Graham! I would say Graham! He's ready, and then we're off. Right now you see where the base becomes more transition. Right, you're seeing it. Is it building? Is it building? Graham! And then we play him in. Okay? Other thing. Blue, you're defending. Let's say you win it. You have to find one of your blue teammates to transition you out. So if I'm defending here and I win it, okay? Attack! He turns and he plays. Woo! That's one way to do it. And then you're out. So it's no more blue, you just blast it. Similar defensive transition. That's what you want. Okay? So the rules are the same. I'm adding an increased difficulty. This is where the transition play piece takes part. Blue, can you win it? Find your midfielders and then go. I won't be that. I would usually, but new drill, new guys, no. To get the second point, you got to find and then deliver. To be clear, it's anybody. It doesn't have to be just Grant. Okay? Ball here. Play. 1, 2. Can you keep 5, 6, 2. You got to touch there. 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Hey! Transition. Can we keep it tight? Because what's going to happen when you start to play in a tight space? Where is the space then going to be? In a wider or longer area. Then guess what? You play that ball in behind, what's that team probably going to do against you? Foul you. Okay, good point. After, like, you play them in behind, and they're in trouble. Do you think they're connect underneath again. That's what's beautiful about soccer. You need guys that can see what the game needs and then carry it out. All right, great job. Good keepers. Love it. Oh! We need that here. 2. So let's do this. Let everybody move down. Grab a quick drink. And then... unless you're a keeper.
Ryan, about 5-10 minutes.
Perfect.
If my battery lasts.
There you go. You go pick those cones up. What do I need you to do? The width of the T on the yellow. You know what? Go ahead and put them on the just like that. Here's what we'll do. Screws. Give me a count. Yellows behind back. Give me a count. That's the key right behind the color. That's going to be your goal version. What's your count, Blue? 7, what's your count? Okay. Okay? Now, we're going to go through 2 quick progressions. What we would usually do is play in a half-field setting or like a 40-yard setting with 2 full-size goals. So keepers, I get it. This is not an ideal goal scenario. So what you'll do, blue sends 4 out, yellow sends 4 out. Okay? Hang on real quick. Take a knee. Okay? You're a ball now. Here's the deal. You're coming out with the ball. Okay? And you're playing 4v4. The name of this game is Flying Changes. So you played it before. Okay? So you're playing 4v4, you're coming out. If that ain't, we're going to play it live. Usually we play kick or throw-ins. We're playing live. If that ball ever crosses the 18-yard box there, or the goal line, 4 new yellows come out. Correct. So here's the second goal there. Got that? Okay? You're trying to score. If it goes in, if it goes over, if it's checked, anything over the 18 or the end line, 4 new yellows come out with the ball. So you're attacking right
Okay,
away.
final phase of this session. We are looking at going live, so bringing keepers involved. It's a 4v4 transition game. So here you'll see blue going left on your screen, yellow going right. It's 4v4, it's live. It shouldn't be in a full field. Usually we have about a 35 to 40 yard field for our college guys. You'll see we've set up kind of very makeshift cone goals here for our goalkeepers. Would have loved to have some corvers, but just the space didn't allow for it. So you're playing 4v4. And this is a transition game. The name of the game, we call it, is Flying Changes. So, for example, if yellow's coming out and they're attacking, any ball that remains in play, blue will try and play the other way. If they shoot it and the keeper saves it, then that keeper will play out with blue and they will attack left. However, if at any point in time yellow puts the ball over the end line, so a goal kick, a corner kick, anything, a new group of blues comes from beyond the end line, right? So a ball just went out for blue there, a new group of yellows transitions on. Obvious transition for the yellow group there. Can they get out ahead? Can they find someone in open space? Defensively for the blue group, can you recover in that last scenario? So able to play your keeper, but anytime a ball goes over the end line, in this case, right, a new blue group will come flying out. So blue should be transitioning, flying forward. Yellow's got to work back, transition defensively. So really quick-paced game there. Lots of shots, lots of opportunities. Guys should be buzzing. Getting the chance to run out really almost within anywhere you're in shooting distance. A little hard to see that in the indoor space we have here, but ideally in a 35 to 40 yard field, width of about the 18, again for college men, is really pretty perfect to get off a lot of shots and really be in a space in transition where you're always looking to score.
Comes on. Ball here. And it goes over that line. It doesn't count for a goal, but at least yellow still comes on. Finish. Does that make sense?
Locking him down.
So usually we would have goals there, but we don't have like corner goals. Okay? One, just so you can think about it in the future, one additional progression we have done. Let's say the guy who shoots it, right? He goes off, and then we put someone like where the corner kick spot is, and they will work back defensively. So you're transitioning with a number down as you defend back. Right? So it's like over in the goal. Our new yellow's coming out, and blue then has to go back down to the defense. So that's an additional progression we don't have time for today, but one way you can definitely say it. Okay? So last minute here, let's play yellows out. See if we got it now, and play.
Yeah, Bert. Yeah, it's like...
So one final point of note that I'll make here that we'll adjust, we will actually add a cone off to one of the sides of the post, say usually the left post, usually about 10 or 15 yards. And what we will do is, for example, the yellow team here, if they put it over the end line, the player to last touch it, so the player to shoot it or the player to, have it saved over the crossbar or whatever, basically the last guy to touch it on yellow before it goes over the end line, he will transition off. So blue then is in a 4v3 transition, and then someone from the cone left of the post will work back defensively. So then blue is truly up a man at that point, and yellow is working with an actual transition defender.
Let's get one more shot on frame. I'm feeling a goal. Then we'll call it. Can we find something? We're loose. Good move. Now we got it. Come on. Hey,
So in summary today, really a three-phase session after a dynamic warm-up. One will be kind of an intro technical that will go into roughly a 5v2, maybe a 6v2 transition box where guys are working both sides of the ball, defending, and then obviously working offensively as well after you win it. Again, I'll leave my information on the screen here. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Again, I apologize for the lack of tech and having to do this virtually, but thanks so much for joining us. If there's anything, again, I can do or questions I can answer, please feel free to reach out. Thanks so much and have a great rest of the clinic.